Chef Sal was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience.
Hey guys, Chef Sal right here. I said I know. Hello, fake audience. Good to see you again. Actually, good to not see you again. And hello, Facebook. Hello. Yeah, I haven't talked to Facebook in a while. Chef Sal's Crazy Cooking Show on Facebook. I post stuff and pictures, and I answer mean questions. It's a lot of fun. Here we are on our 50 most Googled recipes by state. Now we're in M. This week, it is Maryland. And you know what they want to know how to make? Believe it or not, crab cakes. Here's my disclaimer once again. This is not necessarily the most original and unique, and you don't know what you're doing. You call yourself a chef and a crab cake thing. You're right. This is what I like in my crab cakes. Maryland asked for crab cakes. They didn't ask for the real crab cakes. But if you do have the actual real unique from the 1200s, the 1300s, send it in. We want to know. Isn't that when the pilgrims came over? No? Whatever. It doesn't matter. A couple of things I don't like about crab cakes when I go into restaurants. There's only one thing. First of all, I like big ones. All right? I like big crab cakes. Sheesh. Anyway, what do you think I meant? Pineapples? So, I order them. I say to the waitress, can you please bring me the crab cakes and the side dish, whatever it is, and they show up, and they're pretty big. They're okay. Most of them, nice size. Cut it open. Bread. What is the obsession with bread in these things? And now I use breadcrumbs, you'll see, but just a little bit of keep together. That's it, just to keep it together. And then you look at the classic crab cake recipe, soak the bread in the milk. Soak the bread, there's that word again. I know, it adds a certain, I don't like to use binding, I say come togetherness, all right? We're gonna do that with very, very small amount of bread and breadcrumbs so we can fill it up with, I don't know, crab. Sheesh. All right, this is half a recipe. Double everything if you want to make 6 to 8 pretty nice sized crab cakes, okay? About as big as half of my face. Did you just get that right? All right, come over here. Subscribe while you're watching me walk over there, please, and hit the bell, please. We're doing this thing until we come to the end. We're doing this 50 state thing until I come to the end of it. Maybe November, December we'll be done. Come on, keep watching. It's fun. It's fun. Come and say hi. Okay, now, I use 2 versions of my crab. Super, can we keep that in? Super colossal, or whatever you want to call jumbo lump. Okay, this is a half a pound. And kind of, chopped up a bit. Okay, what do they call this? Just wild caught. You see, they don't say that it's not jumbo lump, but it's see-through, so it's advertising. All right, half and a half. Put in a bowl. Now, here's what you want to do. The reason why I use this, I'm going to show it to you here. Yes, I washed my hands. Aunt Clara from Idaho, I know. I washed my hands. No, I didn't. What? Look, see, this is the kind of shredded version. Now I want you to go through this also, and I will too, and just go through and pick out any shells, because you're not going to get them all, sorry, especially when you come to this one. They just put it in a machine and they kind of crunch it up, okay? But I have this to kind of simulate the space-taking up-age of the breadcrumbs, or the bread that a lot of people use, okay? That's what I did. So I mixed this with these big ones. Look at this one. These are big pieces of crab. Now, a lot of people tell you, use the big pieces and chop it up. These were $10 for a half pound. These were $23 for a half pound. For a reason. Keep it whole. Keep it whole. All right, so I'm going to pick through this and I'll come right back. See that? Kind of looks like Crabby popcorn. Ooh, ooh, popcorn crab. No? All right. Anyway, see? It's all mixed together now. So I really didn't find any shells, which is great. So I tried to pick through it. All right, here we go. Copious amounts, of not really. A couple of hits of this Worcestershire's going in here. Remember, this is a half a recipe. All right, you want to double this. I don't know how, I never did a half, but I'm doing it for the show. So I'll show you how many we get. Mayo, probably about a quarter cup. Just a little hit of mustard. I like the yellow in my crab cakes. Couple of drops of Tabasco, not for heat. It adds a certain flavor and it brings out other flavors. You know, it's got vinegar in there and that does the same thing as salt does. Look it up. And 1 egg. 2 will go in the ×2 version, but just 1 egg. I cut up some lemon. I'll probably squeeze a little bit of that in there and then over the top later. And some chopped up chives. Maybe about, I don't know, half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of these chives. So I'm going to start adding these kind of things in there. Let me get my utensils that I forgot to lay out before the show started. Sorry. Someday I'll have a staff. All right, right there. All right, everything's out. Going to take that egg. I have this separate small bowl here. This is what I like to do. When you have something that can be kind of like the liquid vehicle to kind of bind everything together, like this egg, it's great. It's very convenient, and I'll show you why. I got to get my, it's Sunday here. I don't know what time it is there, but I had a wild night. I stayed up till 8:30. Like I said, it just helps to move everything, all the smaller ingredients, the spices and things around so you get more coverage, really, so you don't have to do a lot of the mixing because we don't want to break up these big pieces. All right, so that was that 1 egg. This is about 1/8 of a cup of mayo. I'm going to go a little bit more though. Almost 1/4 of a cup of mayo. Worcestershire. A couple of hits. Just go like this. Bing, bang, boom. That's what I want you to say. It says it in the directions. Bing, bang, boom. That's exactly 1.2 teaspoons. All right. Tabasco, shake it up. Shake it up. She separates on you, Johnny, okay? Give me about 6 for this half of a recipe. About 6 little droplets there. That was gross. Droplets. Keep going. Keep rolling. And mustard. I'm going to go for a tablespoon. And, I know you're saying, yeah, what kind of recipe is this? You're going to go for it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's 1/4. Everybody, you're going to have to find the right place. I'm giving you estimates, okay? Estimates, because it's not an exact science. I mean, unless you put a vat of mayo in here, you're not going to overdo the mayo. And the same with everything else. A little bit of salt. These are crabs. They, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, live in salt water. So, a little bit of salt is all you need. And pepper. Okay, 5 or 6 turns on that. Tiny, tiny, tiny little squeeze of the lemon juice. Just a tiny squeeze. I mean, God forbid we taste the crab, right? God forbid. And here's some chives, right? I'm going to go with a teaspoon of chives. Really just a little color. Gives a little green, fresh taste, especially if the chives are fresh, which these happen to be. And mix it up. See, that's what it looks like. And it's pretty easy. Well, I like these glass bowls. You can see through them. Helps me with my cinematography. Yeah, I made that up. All right. And you want to break up that mayo. She's going to stay in these white clumps. Just break up the mayo. Go, 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 go. Smoothing out. There you go. See? Smoothing out, baby. And get a spatula. And retire that whisk. And just pour it in there. Now, here's where it gets a little weird. You're not going to mix this up. You're going to fold it up. See? Fold it. I should have put this in the glass bowl. Whatever. It's one of those days, guys. Deal with me, please. See? If the big pieces break up a little bit, it's okay, because they're still going to be bigger than any pieces you've ever seen in any restaurant ever. I know. What's his name? Simon from Maryland's going to write in.
That's not really true, because what I saw was...
I'm sorry to all the Simons out there that you don't all sound like that. Oh, This is so exhausting. I apologize for everything I'm about to say in the next 25 minutes. Okay? Are we okay there? Okay. Now, instead of weighing this down with all of the bread and the soaked in the milk and the 8 cups of breadcrumbs like they do in the restaurants to stretch everything out so your $20 buys about an inch of crab meat, forget it. Forget it. Forget everything you've learned. Here, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to just coat the top of this ball that I made. So I made a ball of crab, see? Just coat the top. Almost looks like paprika, see? Just coat the top. That's good. That's good. That'll work. About a quarter cup. And now, suffice to say, ring is off. Sorry, dear. It goes on later. And get in there. I just want this to come together right now over me. All right. Just fold it in with your fingers. Break it up a little bit if it gets a little clumpy with those breadcrumbs in there. And you're going to see, it's like making a snowball. Remember when you were a kid and you say, hey, man, it's good packing today. Boom, 50 kids out on the street killing each other with snow and ice. Same thing here, okay? Same thing here. Now, I'm going to form these things and then I'm going to refrigerate them for 10 minutes. For me, it'll probably be about a half hour. I got stuff to do. And it's together enough that it has to be. That was not good English, but I don't care. All right, get yourself a dish and start forming. I like to start in the ball first and then flatten them down. You can make them as big or as little as you want, but I recommend you get as big as like maybe a hockey puck, okay? Just ask your son or daughter, hey, do something useful. Go get me a hockey puck out of the garage. Now the moisture and that mayo is going to help keep this together, and especially when you put it in the refrigerator. It's just going to solidify. You know, it's going to solid up on you, Johnny. All right, let me finish these and then I'll show you. There you go. See, I got 4. So you're going to get 6 to 8, right? 6 to 8, yeah, if you double it. I tasted it before I formed them. It's perfect. Don't overdo the salt or the lemon or the Tabasco. It's all got acid in it, and it kind of simulates a salt taste. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. Look at, see the, I'll get it close. You see? Those are big, big, big pieces of crab. Now you figure, oh, this is all, you know, breadcrumbs, right? No, it's the small crab and the egg, right? And the small amount of crumbs and the mayo is keeping it all together, especially when I put them in the fridge, which is what I will do. Go for a half hour. That's what I'm going to do. Don't cover it. It's okay. Let them dry out. That's fine. And we'll see you then. Hello. We'll see you then. They've been chilling, baby. About a half hour. You could do an hour if you want, or if you're going out for a couple hours, just don't worry about it. The chiller the better, because it'll hold it together. Because remember, we're not breading the hell out of these things. We want crab cakes, not bread cakes, okay? All right, I have a pan here on medium high. What we want to do is form another come-togetherness. Another come-togetherness besides the mayo, the egg, and the little bit of breadcrumbs we put in there. We build a crust on the outside, okay? And also, you cover these things when you're sauteing or frying them, whatever you want to call it. Cover them, because then it creates then it creates an oven effect. So the egg solidifies everything, like in a cake or anything else you want to keep together. Stop it. Okay? So that's what we're going to do with the covering. So let's go. This thing's nice and hot. Always heat the pan up before you put the oil in, and the oil should ripple automatically. And it's a non-stick pan, which is a good thing. And I'm putting a good quarter to, about a quarter of a cup in there, plus 2 tablespoons kind of thing, okay? And very gently, remember, you have to outsmart the smart or whatever. That's what you want to hear. I think you hear that. Again, and if the oil puddles in one certain spot, carefully, you can use utensils if you have to. Move that oil to the spot where you're putting the crab cake and stick it in there so you get good coverage, and give them a little spin and cover. Now I didn't put this too high because I want them to bake on the inside to stay together, and I also want to form that crust, right? We don't want to kind of sear them because then the crust forms too fast and they don't cook inside, and you got to mush. I mean, I have a show coming up, Crab Cake Mush. You know what I mean. I would go, it depends, you know, you got to check underneath, check under the hood every once in a while, at least 3 or 4 minutes, okay? So hang out, man. All right, it's been about 3 minutes, and I did move it down a little bit on the heat, back to medium. And you can sort of see the crust, it's gonna get dark brown underneath if you really look around the edges. So we're just gonna flip them. Okay, that's the last one. I mean, they're really looking great. Golden brown, that's what you're going for. You don't want to overdo it. Cover them back up. I'll give you a quick look now. Keep the heat in that pan just to show you, see? Boom, it's going to be the same on the other side. Give it about 3 more minutes, 2 to 3 more minutes on that side. Cover it again. Let that egg do its job. I'm going to put it up just a little bit, and let's wait another couple minutes. It's great. What can I say? Maryland, thank you for joining in. Woo, baby. Now let me tell you something. I'm going to show you the inside of these things, and you tell me if you get this at a restaurant, you're not going to go out of your mind, right? Not a lot of bread, Johnny. Not a lot. You want to give it what it needs. Crab. Speaking of needing givings, you know, Instagram.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I hate that. Actually, I love it. You guys love it. All right, before we cut one open, I want you to subscribe right here. See my little finger? Hello. Hello, subscribe, please. And hit that bell. And we'll do the next state next week, and we'll keep going all the way through November, December, whatever it takes. Thank you again, Maryland. Thank you, Facebook people. Thank you, YouTube people. And come on over to Facebook, by the way. Chef Sells Crazy Cooking Show. And of course, you're here, right? On YouTube, Chef Sells Crazy Cooking Show. Look at the crust that has formed here. See? Oh, that's keeping it together too. All we have to do now is taste it. I'm going to taste it without putting lemon on top because I want to make sure that I lemoned the inside correctly. Oh, look at this. That is crab in there. See? It's not filler, okay? You want filler, go to the restaurant and pay 30 bucks. Here you go. Oh, creamy and dreamy, I'm telling you. And it's so soft, see, because it's not too many breadcrumbs in there. They're going to pull it together. It's like a tug of war, you know. They tug all the fun out of your freaking life. Anyway, I am Chef Sal, and we'll see you next time here on Chef Sal's Crazy Cooking Show. See ya.